What's up, Earth Stars? I know I'm shirtless, but I take my shirt off because I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight, and I'm here on Earth telling you this is how I shine. This is where I put my life at. This is where I broadcast who I am, and I demonstrate to the people around me and the people that are watching that it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with what somebody gives you. It has everything to do with what you doing, who you are, and what you call authentic. Authentically. I don't care what you feel about me because I know you love me. I know it. And if you didn't love me, then the only reason you hate is because you want to be the person that's getting the love that I get, if that makes sense. You love it so much to where you don't even understand that you want to be the one that is loving it from the other side with the love. I don't even know how to explain that, but that's what you call a mirror defect. And people have the mirror defect in life is, and you comparing yourself to all of these different things, but you don't even understand your own net worth. You know what I mean? Like how you gonna say you have a net worth and you don't even care about your ancestral well being, bro? Like how you gonna say that you are anywhere near, like spirituality, and you don't even understand where your ancestors were spiritually, like naturally. And as a black person, I know that when it comes to nature, the way that it influenced nine ether beings, which is, its closest relative, like if we are close, everything is one. Everything is one. And I can't really explain all that other stuff now, but let's talk about net worth today. That's what I want to talk about. Is the myth around your net worth. Because these people don't have billions of dollars worth of net worth. Like they are not worth billions, period. Because if they were, then they would be accumulating that with their hands, not with the words of their mouth. That's where the confusion come in with the stuff that you do and the stuff that you say. Because people say things and they think that they're doing something, and really they're not doing much except for just talking, like like me right now. Anybody can speculate and say that I'm talking, but behind the scenes there's people that know what's going on because they watching closely. And the reason that they watching closely is because I'm not playing. I'm not playing. And God on my side, bro. God with y'all. God with all of us. And as long as you not out here reaping what you sow in a bad way, then keep up with nature. Nature gonna have your back. The natural time gonna have your back. And that's just the way, like, the physics work when it comes to reality. And it's like powers have been wanting to, like, indulge on this kind of love when it comes to everybody. That's why coexistence is still alive. It's not like being broadcasted, but the only reason it's not being broadcasted is because, like, we're consistently targeted because of our differences when it comes to religion. And that's just that. I feel like spirituality and the doctrines that come along with religion have nothing to do with actual growth and actual determination. As a matter of fact, like, if you understood the practices that were taught by people in general, like talking about Jesus and God and how they were saved and all that other stuff, then you would literally understand the foundations of the universe. You would understand science and actual, like, social economics at one time. It would be considered pseudoscience. And the reason I call it social economics is because religion is social economics. The only difference is, people were persecuted for wrongdoings inside of a different tribe than inside the tribes that we, came from after, they went and took, not us, or how many, all of us. I don't know, because there's a lot of black people that still were free. So I don't know. A video about what was specifically taken from black people, but intellectual property is a thing, and what you decide to choose to do with your life is your benefiting factor, what you benefit from, and however you benefit is your decision, because, like, it's what you choose, like, literally, like, your lifestyle is your choice. Like, you can't blame anybody else for the things that you choose to do, especially after going through trauma and knowing fully well what trauma has to offer. Period. So when it comes to what was taken from black people, you look at the peace and stuff like living in nature, what nature provides. The kind of sincerity, necessities of like life that it provides, like recognizing how things work and understanding the way things work, and how that was utilized to help somebody here in America become a native inside of America. Because now we're living around Native Americans. Clearly everybody here is a Native American, and then we have African Americans, but that has nothing to do with what's going on. And what's going on is your actual word is being like combusted into a systematic process where you yourself are developing like the need for someone to hold who you are, if that makes sense, and believe that they will bring you every single aspect of who you are, which they do, but they do it in a different sense, and that's where the devil comes in. And I'm not about to talk about that because I don't got nothing to do with that. All I know is spirituality is meant to actually help people balance. And if you don't understand how to balance yourself, then that's where your conflict comes in. And I feel like I'm learning to balance myself because I'm not a consumer anymore. I don't feel the need to do those things, but then I do, want to. It's just I would do it with a different perspective, and I think that would benefit me more, which is why I don't have it, So I'm not mad that I don't have it. I'm just trying to show that when it came to Jesus and how Jesus was living, like Jesus wasn't out here telling people what to do. Jesus was out here using what he had available, and that's that. Like you think he was a perfect person, but that's just how people saw it, and I don't know what people see when they see me, but I'm always a target, and I don't know how to feel sometimes. So like, what is a net worth? What is a net worth? Economically, what is a net worth? So your net worth is all based on what you do. And there are people in the world that are seen doing things and not really actually being a part of that lifestyle, or actually, having the trauma that comes with that stuff. And what I'm trying to say is, man, I'm just living, and my net worth, I'm reevaluating my net worth. I'm not about to let somebody tell me what my net worth is, because I know I'm worth something. Like, why would you scramble military? Why would you scramble, local officials and stuff like that? Not official, local, like first responders, in order to like, control the situation. Why can't I just have my own business? Why I gotta work for somebody? Why? That's what I'm saying. Why I gotta work for you? You ain't even gonna treat me right. If you were treating me right, then what am I doing here? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about society. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about the accumulated thought as a whole. Because if it isn't the accumulated thought as a whole, then it has to be, just the fact that nobody fucking cares. And it all boils down, though. I helped somebody make some money that I didn't receive, and now Elon Musk talking about people are domestic terrorists because they decided they want to vandalize. Anyway, a net worth has nothing to do with what you will do with yourself. And basically what you will do is based off of what you consider what you're worth. And if you think your net worth is above and beyond, then you're lying to yourself, because every human being has room to grow. And that's just that. I don't got no pictures, nothing today. I ain't trying to share none of that. I'm trying to share my opinions, because I feel like I'm being treated like a domestic terrorist. Listen to him. I feel like I'm being treated like a domestic terrorist every time I have an opinion, bro. It's like sensitive. It's like some sensitive ass shit. Like, literally, Mississippi is the most sensitive place you could ever be if you're a black person. Literally. Talk about my feelings being hurt. Man, I'm talking in the backyard, bro. This is the backyard, bro. This is the backyard. I'm in the backyard. I saw a woodpecker earlier. I'm gonna show that. How about that? And we was watching the crabs walk around. Little hermit crabs. So when it comes to net worth, I know people claim liabilities and assets give you things, but how do you really get anything without social economics? I mean, because that's where the liabilities and assets are, especially if people deem you unnecessary to hold that. So what is net worth really if you're a horrible person? You know what I mean? What is a net worth when you're a horrible person? But anyway, quite literally, your financial standing is based off of the way that you're able to flex, the way that you make other people feel. And if you making somebody feel any kind of way, that is reflecting and coherent on your net worth, your financial standing. Because financially, you ain't shit morally. Like, and yeah, like, that's where I feel like I have my wealth at. Moral standards. And that's what I'm doing right here, is exercising my right to have a freaking standard inside the workplace that I go to, the places that I work, the things that I do. And I'm trying to start a business. I'm in Mississippi, like I said. There's a lot of haters out here. And so what the hell is net worth? Because if you really ain't worth anything, if you're really not worth anything, then why would somebody put millions or thousands of dollars into stopping you from doing anything for yourself if you're not worth anything? Why? Just answer that. Why? How come I'm such a prophet? How am I the prophet and you guys are the ones that have the information and you could use it in the proper motive, the proper context? Like, what is wrong? I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm just saying, leave me the fuck alone, please. That's all I want. I want to do my little business thing, make the money for my daughter. But net worth. It's a lot of people that hate what I'm worth already before I even make the money. I'm at zero right now. Zero, maybe like negative, 30,000. But still, I'm working. I'm doing something that's not, feeding their pockets and helping them make thousands more off of my labor. Talking about some $14 and $20 an hour. Nah, bro. I know I can make more than that, cuz I know. If I go to jail or I die, that's why. I ain't doing nothing illegal. Why do you think I'm standing here? It ain't safe for me to go to work either. I know if I go to work, they gonna find every rule they could break. Try to see if I notice it or not. Which, I'm not a professional inside the workplace, but I have had a lot of experience in noticing that, safety is overlooked in a culture so that people like myself can be the incident or the accident that, the company is willing to risk. That's the whole point. The risk in the person that would be hurt or harmed is how the company benefits from it. And if they don't care about just every individual and they only care about, the ones that are stopping everybody from making money, because that's basically what I'm doing if I'm speaking like this, is stopping people from playing the game. Like, I just don't want to play it anymore. That's why I'm saying this. That's why I'm putting this out there, because I don't fucking care how anybody feels, man. I just wanted to paint. I just wanted to learn about art. I cared about the white artists now. Or I cared about the white artists before, but now I don't even fucking care about the white artists. Picasso, Luther Vandross, and with the Scream. See, I don't even know most of them. I only know about a little of them, a couple of them. I don't even know, man. Maybe I just wasn't meant to be a part of that. Maybe there's something else. Maybe there's something else for me, and I just don't know it. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going, man. That's why I don't want to go to work, because I feel like I'm gonna die. I feel like somebody gonna try to kill me accidentally, like how a lot of people die at work. It ain't worth it, bro. I'd rather be broke and homeless, because I know I ain't on no drugs. Once I start working, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. But right now, my daughter need me. She need my eyes. And this girl is everywhere, bro. Hey, come here. Come here. I love you. You haven't... Are you sure you're not cold, girl? You don't want to put a sweater on? Come on, let me go get you a sweater, please. Please put a sweater on. Please put a sweater on. I mean, if you think about it, there are people in the hood that have solidity and foundation on their reputation. But that's not considered as net worth. Because if it was considered as net worth, I guarantee you there would be no real competition when it comes to a moral standard. How are you a billionaire and you hold yourself accountable as a person that's helping and doing things when ain't nothing being done? Nothing guy. Yes, that's me. Anyway, like, I'm not saying that I need help. I'm just saying that when I do work, it's people that get in my way. That's what I'm saying. That's what this is all about. You could talk and you could say, oh, this guy's very selfish. I'm not selfish. I was trying to do things, and I try to do things regularly. And everything that I try to do is influenced, coerced. So why would I do anything? Why? Why do anything? What is a net worth? Your net worth is how you see yourself. And ain't got nothing to do with no finances. Because if it had to do with finances, then morally, financially, and morally, the people that are winning and all that other stuff wouldn't be putting themselves in the positions that they do. They wouldn't be worried about police or lying or breaking the laws, or if they're assaulting somebody or not. Like, they wouldn't have to worry about those things, but they do. So what I'm saying is, what is a net worth? That's your decision.